So let's talk about Redneck Mama for a minute. She's been doing wonderful, okay? And I noticed that from the day we took her to the orthopedic doctor, I guess that's what it is, the knee doctor. He put shots in, he gives her these shots in her knees. He puts these long needles inside each one of her knees and injects this stuff. I think it's cortisone or steroid, or maybe cortisone is a steroid. I'm not so sure. I don't know. Okay. Let's not talk about that. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. Let me get back to while we were there. He talked to me about my back. But since she had those shots in her knees, she has had no pain in her jaw at all. It's starting to come back a little bit. And I think that this has been a trend that has happened every 3 months. She gets shots in her knees for her knees. Her knees are bad. So I think that those shots have been helping her jaw all along. And then when the shots wear off, her jaw starts hurting again. Tomorrow she goes for an MRI for her jaw. And what they're looking towards, I think, doing is a gamma knife, which is a radiation to where they zap it with radiation. I don't know what they're going to do. But tomorrow she goes for an MRI, which is going to show the area very specifically that they're looking towards, and her next appointment is with the surgeon in Pensacola to go over those MRIs. And then after that, I think there will be a appointment for a surgery or a procedure. Anyway, I just want to let you know that she's been doing good since she's had her shots in her knees. And those shots in her knees are supposed to take the pain out of her knees, but they seem to always take the pain from between all her joints, all her arthritis and stuff seems to always feel better right after she has those shots. So anybody that's suffering from trigeminal neuralgia, maybe those shots of cortisone or steroids or whatever it is would temporarily give you some temporary relief. But thank God for that. Thank God that she's been feeling okay and she hasn't been suffering in pain. Okay. While we were there with the doctor, I might have told y'all this already, but he told me that I had spinal stenosis. Okay. I told him about, we were looking at a skeleton. They had a skeleton there and I was talking about it whenever he came in, and he was kind of like listening to the end of me and Mom's conversation, because I was ending the conversation because the doctor came in. But he heard us talking and he said, he asked me a few questions, and I was like, this and this, and I gave him some of my symptoms, and he was like, boom, spinal stenosis. Classic. It's classic. He's like, you have spinal stenosis. So that's what I'm studying for me, folks, to figure out how to treat and get through having spinal stenosis. Okay, I haven't been diagnosed with it, but I have a doctor that says, okay, it sounds like you have that. Okay, it's going to take some further investigation, I'm sure, to find out if truly that's what I have. But finally, at 50-something years old, I've been dealing with back pain since I was in my teens. Okay? All of my life, I have had back pain and have suffered from horrible back pain since I was in my teens, about 16 years old. Well, finally, I may be looking towards some relief. Once we find out what it is, we can figure out how to treat it. So, that being said, that's what's going on around here with our health. And I've been doing some other stuff in the kitchen. I want to show you in the kitchen. Hang on, I'm going to put some pictures up here. This is a picture of before the cabinets. And this next picture is a picture of after the cabinets. What I did was I painted, and I've done some sanding, and I've done some sticky paper and whatever. I'm trying to get rid of the horrible color that's just not great for the kitchen. It's not great for daily use. that my mother put in there years ago. She painted this kitchen like a cream color. Well, I'm going with an earthy brown. My sister calls it doo-doo brown, but I'm going with doo-doo brown. And a wood grain kind of, I'm trying to bring it back to the way it was before Mom put cream colored in there. So this is what y'all think, man. I've been trying to figure out what to do with it, what colors to go with, and I just really didn't know what to do, but I think I just went with something, and I think it kind of works. What do y'all think? Put your comments below. Yeah, so this is before. Cream. Actually, I wish I could show you before she did anything. This is what it was before. Before she got to it and painted, this is what it was. This is what it looked like. Okay? This is what it looked like in there. Then she got to it and put the cream paint all over everything. And then this terracotta paint all over everything. She painted all the paneling in here. But now I got to it. I ain't done this part yet. I ain't got to that part yet. But I did get to this part. Okay? I got this. And if you look close, you can see this is wood grain. I left wood grain along the edge. And I covered her cream paint with this sticky paper. And I painted in between. I painted all the cabinet framing. And I'm working my way down. I got to do all the drawers. And I got to do the doors. I got to do the doors down there. And this part, I haven't even touched this section yet. Haven't even touched that yet. So, it's a job and a half, sanding all that shit down back to bare wood. Because that's bare wood right there. All around each one of those. And look at there. There's a good old freaking pot of deer meat for tonight. Anyhow, that's what's up, folks. How y'all doing this summer? I'm painting the kitchen.